for another episode of Girlfriends Talk Marketing. So here, let's talk a little bit about what this means. First of all, be very deliberate and set aside the time. Your business deserves it. You deserve it.
It definitely starts with figuring out the why, which a lot of people, I don't think, start when you sit down and write a business plan. Most companies don't sit down and start with why you're in business. And, I think that that's really important.
Start with why you're in business. Second question is, why are you in this business? Why are you doing what you do, how you do it?
And by answering those two questions, you're really going to start to uncover, how can I really make an impactful change for my clients, my customers? What are we missing that we aren't currently offering, and or what are we offering that could be expanded upon to offer a better user experience?
It gives you something to push against, something to measure what you're doing. So you can look at this is my why and this is what I'm doing that is accomplishing it, and evaluate the various ideas that you have. Do they fit in with your why? So should they be a priority or not?
Exactly. Now that you know why you are in business, we need to take a look back at this year and really understand what we've done right and what we could do a little bit better. That can be both a service perspective, a product line perspective, or even internally, culture, right? Making sure that our work environments, especially still with many employees working from home, building that team atmosphere.
I love to look at what has gone well because I feel that's a good building point. So list the 3 things that have been successful in this last year. And then also any pivoting that you've done. Where did you fail? And then pick yourself back up again and get going. Those are good things to build off of for the next year.
Now that we've done a little bit of a review on looking back, we need to look ahead. What are things that we should be including in our business plan that we didn't include in this year? And also, what are areas of opportunity for our business to expand?
One of my favorite ways to do this is called my list of 10. I look at the year ahead and I think about 10 things that I want to have happen in the year. And once I've got that list of 10, I'll break it down even further and say, what are the 10 things that I want to have happen in the next 3 months and then the next 6 months? And that gives you a sense of what you need to do to get to your end game.
And I love that tip of you writing out your 10 things. I think that a lot of times companies and business owners, myself included, we're always focused on get to a certain revenue or a certain client number or anything like that, and we're missing kind of that middle step that you just talked about, which is identifying multiple ways that we can be growing. I definitely am going to be using that.
So when you do your business planning, do you look ahead and redo your business plan entirely, or do you build off of what you've already got?
I typically build off of what I've got. So I take a look at what's really been successful and what we liked and what we want to carry over through the year, because it seems to be really working, not only from an internal work perspective, but also from a client success and metric perspective. But then I always look at, okay, what are things that clients are asking for that I should be learning myself, doing self-training, what's the next best thing in general that I need to identify as a new platform or a new service or a new way to engage. And do I have the capability either myself to do that, or am I going to have to go out and find a partner so that I can always be bringing A players to my client's atmosphere?
I like that focus on looking ahead and thinking about where you want to end up, because I think that's really going to make a big difference. And my final tip would be to, after you've done this planning, put the time in your calendar to review it in 3 months and in 6 months, so that you make sure that you're taking that step back and giving yourself the opportunity to have the overview, so that you're working on the business, not just in the business.
Correct. Yeah, and accountability is huge, right? So if we're going to be taking the time to execute and write out a plan for success, we actually need to be making sure that we're measuring ourselves against that success. I know you can do it. So if you have any questions or need any help, we're certainly here. Thanks so much, Jen, for sharing your great tip. I think that list of 10 is going to be really helpful for everybody.
Thanks for being here as well. Thank you for being here. Have a great year. We look forward to talking to you soon.
Thanks. Bye.